Imagine this. You're driving home late at night. The music in your car is blasting a little louder than usual, maybe even honking your horn out of excitement without much reason. Just a few blocks from your house, you suddenly notice flashing lights in your rearview mirror. Instead of stopping right there on the road, you continue the short distance to your home and pull into your driveway. You park in your garage and begin closing the garage door behind you. But before it shuts completely, a police officer rushes in, sticks his foot under the sensor to stop the door, and steps inside your garage without your permission. Now here's the question, is that legal? Can an officer follow you into your home without a warrant simply because they turned on their lights seconds before you pulled in? This exact situation actually happened in California and made its way all the way to the Supreme Court in a case known as Lang v. California. And in a rare but powerful 9-0 unanimous decision, the court ruled that the officer's actions violated the Fourth Amendment, which protects you from unlawful searches and seizures in your own home. The court rejected the idea that police automatically have the right to enter your home without a warrant whenever they claim to be in hot pursuit for a minor offense. Instead, the justices emphasized that your home holds the highest level of privacy protection under the Constitution. As they put it, your home is your castle, and the Fourth Amendment must treat it that way. This ruling is especially important for everyday people, including gun owners in states with strict firearm laws. Many of those laws involve misdemeanors, such as technical storage or magazine violations. Without this ruling, law enforcement could have used those minor accusations as an excuse to enter your home without a warrant. The court's decision ensures that your privacy remains strong and that the protections guaranteed under the Fourth Amendment are not eroded. So what was the real legal question at the heart of this case? It came down to this. Does the pursuit of someone suspected of committing a misdemeanor automatically give police the right to enter your home without a warrant? The lower courts in California actually said yes. They ruled in favor of the officer, relying on what's called the hot pursuit doctrine. That doctrine has historically allowed police to chase a fleeing suspect into private spaces, like a home, without first obtaining a warrant. But here's the key. That rule was traditionally applied only to serious crimes, felonies, not to minor issues like playing your car stereo too loud. Despite this, the California courts ruled against Mr. Lang. They decided that because he didn't immediately stop and instead drove into his garage, the officer was in hot pursuit, and therefore had the right to follow him inside. Lang pushed back against this decision. He argued that if any misdemeanor, no matter how small, gave police the power to enter a home, then the Fourth Amendment's protection inside the home would mean almost nothing. Eventually, the case reached the United States Supreme Court in 2021. And in a rare moment of complete agreement, the justices issued a 9-0 unanimous decision in favor of Mr. Lang. The court made it crystal clear, there is no automatic rule that police may enter a home without a warrant simply because they are in pursuit of someone accused of a misdemeanor. Instead, the court said these cases must be looked at under the totality of the circumstances. That means judges must examine all the facts before deciding whether a warrantless entry is justified. Only in situations involving true emergencies, like an immediate threat to public safety, a serious risk of escape, or evidence that might be destroyed, could officers bypass the warrant requirement. But the mere fact that someone committed a misdemeanor is not, by itself, enough reason for police to cross into a person's home. Now, while the court's ruling was unanimous, a few of the justices wrote separate concurring opinions. They agreed with the outcome, but reached it with slightly different reasoning. Still, the bottom line was the same. The broad rule used by California was struck down, and the court reaffirmed that the home holds the highest level of Fourth Amendment protection. And why does this matter today, especially for gun owners and anyone concerned about constitutional rights? Because the court reminded us of something critical. Your home is treated differently under the law. It is your castle. The government cannot simply walk through your front door because of some minor accusation. Without this ruling, the door would have been wide open for police to claim authority to enter homes anytime someone was suspected of a misdemeanor. And remember, in the United States, most crimes are classified as misdemeanors. That includes things as small as noise violations, minor traffic offenses, or technical licensing infractions. In the gun context, this becomes even more important. Many firearm regulations in restrictive states, things like magazine restrictions, transportation rules, or storage requirements, are often written as misdemeanor offenses. If the Supreme Court hadn't issued this ruling, those misdemeanors could have been used as an excuse for law enforcement to enter homes without warrants, search them, and even seize firearms. This decision shut the door on that possibility and preserved a fundamental constitutional protection. This ruling in Lange v. California also lines up with other key Supreme Court cases we've covered before, such as Caniglia v. Strom. In that case, the court rejected the idea of broad community caretaking powers that would have allowed police to enter a home without a warrant. When you put these cases together, you start to see a clear pattern. The court is drawing a hard line when it comes to the Fourth Amendment and the sanctity of the home. They are not willing to weaken those protections. This precedent is especially important as the court prepares to hear another major Fourth Amendment challenge this October, the Montana case, which also deals with warrantless entry into a home. The outcome there could build on the foundation laid by Lange and Caniglia, further strengthening the protections that shield private dwellings from government intrusion. Now, Lange v. California may not have made headlines like some of the major Second Amendment decisions we've talked about, but it's a ruling that every American, especially gun owners, needs to know about. It quietly closed the door on a dangerous expansion of government authority. More importantly, it reaffirmed one of the core principles of American law, one that the founders themselves deeply believed in. Your home is your castle. And within your castle, you should be secure against the reach of government without proper legal authority. For gun owners, the relevance of this unanimous decision is clear. Many firearm-related offenses in restrictive states are classified as misdemeanors. Without the Lange ruling, law enforcement could have claimed the power to step into someone's home under the guise of enforcing those minor violations. This decision ensures that the government cannot bypass the warrant requirement with such a broad exception. And as I mentioned, this ruling may also play a role in the court's upcoming review of the Montana challenge. That case builds directly on the logic of Caniglia v. Strom and Lange v. California, reinforcing the idea that warrantless entries into the home cannot be justified by these sweeping catch-all doctrines. So, while it may not have received the same spotlight as some other cases, this was a landmark decision. It protected the heart of the Fourth Amendment and kept intact one of our most cherished rights as Americans. I wanted to bring this case to your attention because it truly is a great ruling that deserves more recognition. It's one of those cases that strengthens the foundation of our freedoms, and it's one all of us, especially gun owners, should be aware of. If you have questions about this case or how it might impact future rulings, let me know in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. And if you'd like to support the channel, one of the best ways is to simply hit the subscribe button. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll keep you updated as these important cases continue to develop.